this is all about the Greek Easter. And I'm going to read this out to you. Okay. For the Greeks, Easter is not about chocolate eggs, although there are more appearing in the shops every year. The Greeks live by their religion, Greek Orthodox, so Easter is one of the biggest holidays. It is actually bigger than Christmas. Every town and city have their own traditions, but the beautiful island of Corfu, where I have lived for over 19 years, it'll be longer than that now, is famous for their Easter. Thousands of Greeks, as well as foreigners, travel to Corfu for this unique celebration. If you saw a picture of Easter in Corfu town, you would not believe how many people are there. Greeks come over from all over Greece to come to Corfu. We have the president, the prime minister, pop stars all coming over to Easter for Corfu because of the traditions and of course how beautiful the town is. I feel so blessed to live here. For 40 days, traditional Greeks will fast, leaving meat, eggs, milk, cheese and sweets from their diet. The rest of the country will fast on Wednesday and Friday, but all will diet for the last week before Easter. Lefkimi is one of the largest villages on the island, and the first of the numerous parades begins when the sun goes down on Good Friday. This is the day I'm having my show. Villagers dress in black and congregate at the local church. Carrying lighted candles, they walk around the village while a band plays a funeral march. A wooden cross and religious icons lead the parade while the priest and local villagers join up for the candle mass. Windowsills and balconies are lit up with tea candles, making the narrow village lanes look magical. Even though the parade represents the funeral of Christ and the villagers are in mourning, it's still an incredible sight, and the atmosphere, although somber, is awe-inspiring. On Saturday morning, thousands of spectators make their way to the Liston in the centre of Corfu town to see the pot throwing. Red cloths hang from the balconies of the homes above the cafes that make up the stunning French architecture of the Liston. Down below, thousands of Greeks cran their necks in anticipation at the 11 o'clock. Once the first bell rings, enormous clay pots filled with water are thrown from the balconies. There are many representations for this tradition. Some say it comes from a passage of the Bible, others that it derives from a pagan custom that harvest products were stored in new pots and the old pots were thrown away. It's also thought that the custom derives from the Venetians, who threw old items out of the window in order to receive new ones. I think we should do that, you know. I think we should all do that. All our old clothes, throw them out the window and tell people to go and buy new ones for you. How that happened in the Venetian time, I don't know. Anyway, I've also heard that it's said that the throwing of the pot represents Judas' betrayal. Whatever the reason, this custom is a spectacular sight, and just make sure you get there before 11 because it's over very quickly. And I have with me, let me just make sure that you can see this, a little pot. This says Galo Pascha, which is Happy Easter. And because I'm not going out on that day, I'm going to fill this. I'm going to go on my balcony, and when the church bells start ringing, I will throw the pot out. And apparently it's good luck. And it's fantastic tradition. And if I just, let's see if I can do this for you. I want to show you the photo that I'm looking at now, which is Corfu town. Let's have a quick look here. Let's see if you can see this. Oh, no. You don't want to see that. What am I doing? I can't see if you see this. Anyway, so that's all these red all these red mats hanging out the windows is where the pots are going to throw. I mean, that's really, really high at the top there. And I need to show you a picture of the actual throw-in. At 11 p.m. on Good Saturday, the villagers of Lefkimi gather at their local church. Let's put that back. Oh, there we go. Come. Can you see me? No. Here we go. Okay, we're back. It's so weird. So, at 11 p.m. on Good Saturday, the villagers of Lefkimi gather at their local church. The children hold decorative candles and lanterns, while the adults carry large plain candles. Each candle is lit from the holy flame that comes direct from Jesus' tomb. This is unbelievable. The flame goes, someone lights a candle in Jesus' tomb. Everyone lights their candle from that one flame. Excuse me. Then it goes onto a plane, and the flame then goes around Greece. And every single church and every single person with a candle is getting a light from someone else. So it is a holy flame that originated. Everyone holding that candle is a flame that originated from Jesus' tomb, and it's mind-blowing. Anyway, so the flame travels around Greece and lights every candle around the country. Again, a candle procession led by the priests travels around the village. The atmosphere is exciting and upbeat. Even the band accompanies the parade with a happy, joyful music. And it's a, not an orchestra band, the bands with the oboe and the drums and the trumpets. I can't remember what you call that kind of band. Anyway, so they then they're in this procession, and instead of it being somber, it's I'll read that in a minute. You see what he wrote. Instead of being somber, it is really, really upbeat. The parade ends at the local church where the priest says a prayer. He blesses everyone. So he stands at a microphone and he blesses everyone. And then at 12 o'clock, everyone shouts out, Christo Anesti, which means Christ has risen. Christo Anesti. There's fireworks, there's gunfire, there's loud bombs. You know what these loud bombs are? They're friggin' dynamite. They set off dynamite. Oh my God. Your candle blows out from the sound. It is so loud. The ground shakes. Just amazing. Anyway, so 12 o'clock, what I do, because I don't walk around much now, I can't. I go up to the balcony and I can see nearly every church in the village. So I just sit there, and for 10 minutes I watch the most amazing firework display coming from every church around. You have one going off, ding, ding, ding. Oh, it's 12 o'clock over there. Another one, ding, ding, ding. No one goes off at the same time. Every single church has a different time for 12 o'clock. So everyone at the church, after shouting Christo Anesti, they go around kissing and shaking each other's hands, wishing the neighbours, friends, family, happy Easter. It's like Merry Christmas. You say Merry Christmas. They say Christo Anesti, Gallo Pascha, good Pascha, good Easter, sorry. And they just, everyone's shaking hands, everyone's kissing, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing. Then this is another tradition. At least one candle must remain lit from the family, because then when you get to the house, above the door, you have to, with the candle flame, make the sign of the cross. And it's then burnt there forever on your door. And remember that the flame came from Jesus's tomb. And so you are blessing the house with that flame as a shape of a cross. It's just astounding. It really is. There we go. Back inside the house, a feast of, how would I say that? Margarista. which is a soup from the lamb's intestine. Yes, they eat everything. Then you have dyed red hard-boiled eggs decorated for the dinner table, and the family competes to smash each other's egg. In England, we have this game called Conkers, and you hold this it's like a nut, chestnut. Yeah, it is chestnut, isn't it, Conkers? Chestnut, I'm sure it is. Maybe I got it wrong. Anyway, it's on string, and they bash with it, and they try and break, and if it breaks, your conker wins, and then you do another person's conker, and it's like that. But with the egg, it's the same. You hold the egg, and it's dyed red. You hold the egg, and then the other person holds their egg, and you smash it on top. Now, if your egg breaks, you lost. If their egg breaks, they lost. But if their egg has no cracks, then they're the champion egg, and then it goes to someone else's around the table. So no one eats the egg. The eggs are left for another day for sandwiches, but everyone grabs an egg. You know, like crackers in England, when you pull the cracker at Christmas. It's like that with the eggs. It's it's wonderful. It's wonderful. If I would wish all of you, whether you are religious or not, atheist, I don't care, to come over and enjoy Corfu Easter. Okay, so Easter dinner is actually fresh roasted lamb. This has been cooking all morning from around 6:30 in the morning on a spit over an open fire. Some villages prefer to have the lamb on Monday and have a feast on avogor lemon, which is egg, lemon and rice soup, and it's disgusting and I will not eat it. So we have our lamb. I'm going to go again to show you the picture. Hopefully you can see this. This is my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, and that's the lamb. Let's move it up a little bit. There we go. And they are cutting it up now, chopping it up with an axe and everything to eat for, and it's amazing. Fresh lamb. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. But you know the best part of the lamb is, let me just make sure that you can see me again. Oh, that was a good timing. Okay. The best part of the lamb is the skin. And when I come down in the morning, I make Easter biscuits, and I come down, I bring drink, and everyone's feasting while the lamb's cooking. And I make my husband go and cut me some skin off the lamb. You have never tasted anything so amazing. Literally, between me and my daughter, we eat the skin off the lamb. And by the time the lamb goes into the house, there is no skin. I'm full. I can't eat much lamb meat because I've just ate a whole skin of a lamb. But that is my Easter. I love the skin. I can't explain how amazing it tastes. Anyway, I hope that if you like lamb, that you'd have a chance to, on a spit, cook like that. It's just the best way to eat a lamb. So, early Monday morning, each church then has a mass. We're talking now the Monday after Easter. Then the congregation leaves with their church flag. As the assembly walks through the village, other churches join with their priests and flags. And by the time the parade reaches Potami, which is a bridge on the canal, close to where we live, the procession consists of philharmonic bands from each part of the village. That's the word I was looking for earlier, philharmonic. A dozen priests with their church flags and icons, and hundreds of villagers all dressed in their best clothes. At 12 o'clock, a priest says a prayer and a blessing, and then a deafening explosion blasts in the canal water, showering the unlucky spectators. Basically, they throw dynamite in the water. And you watch it, and after 12 o'clock, when the church bells ring again, you see this amazing shower of water come up. Again, it shakes the ground. It's so loud. Amazing, though. And everyone goes to watch it because it doesn't matter how many times they've been. You get to see people, you get to dress up, you get to people to look at your outfit. It's like a competition. Who has the best outfit? You sit, you have a drink, and then you watch this beautiful procession coming past and situating themselves on the bridge where the priest then does the blessing. During the warm, sunny days of Easter, you will find all the cafes full of Greeks sipping frappes, which is iced coffee, and cold cappuccinos. In the evening, tavernas and nightclubs open their doors after 11 p.m. for bouzoukis, which is live Greek bands, where the Greek dance and drink until the early hours. When I say they go out, and this is the same New Year, they go out about 1, 2 o'clock. Actually go out that time. Because if you think you have midnight Easter Sunday coming, if that makes sense, and you've just had that big feast, well, that's midnight, and by the time you've eaten, it's 1 o'clock. People are dressed up. They go out. They don't go to eat, of course. They go out to dance and listen to music and just have a great time. So. Corfu, the Emerald Isle, is an amazing place. Easter is especially breathtaking with flowers in bloom and freshly painted whitewashed walls. You will fall in love with the beauty of the island, while unique traditions and countless celebrations. Easter in Corfu is an experience you will never forget. This was originally published in the Real Greek Island magazine and 7. That's going back a while. So there you have it. I wanted to read it off of there so you would get exactly what goes on without me not remembering and I'm in an hour in. And I hope you enjoyed that. That is traditions. I'm going to show you something now, actually. Remember I mentioned about, let's just get rid of that. Remember I mentioned about the candles. I'm going to show you because they are so beautiful. I cannot throw them away. You're supposed to because you get one every year. But I'm going to show you that now. I just want to read what Daniel said. He said he has about 5 shirts or so that, oh, he only has 5 shirts, so he can't throw things out. So you keep sewing all the holes, huh? Okay. Well, get them at 12 o'clock. You might as well do this. Why not? It's good. It's fun. Whether you believe, whether you're Greek, do it. It's fun. Grab a pot. If it's even a cup, anything. Fill it with water at 12 o'clock on Saturday before Easter. Throw that pot off of your balcony. Throw that pot outside your front door. Throw that pot. It's good luck. Everyone needs to do that, honestly. So he also says the Romanians, I was around in America, they do the egg hitting thing as well, and we eat them. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Oh, wow, I didn't know that it went out of Greece. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, I would love to go to Romania. That's on my bucket list, to go and see Castle Dracula. In Transylvania, not because of him being a vampire, but because the real story about Dracula. If you see the castle, you know, people have their own image of what Dracula's castle looks like. His castle doesn't look like a castle. You wouldn't even think it was a castle if you saw it. There is nothing there to see. It's a hollow shell. But I want to go because of where the story originated from, because of the story of the real Dracula. That is on my bucket list. That's it. That's on my top of my bucket list. Yeah. So we have vegans are going to have a field day with this video. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I don't eat red meat. I don't like beef. I cannot eat beef. But lamb I love. So sorry if you're vegetarian. Turn off before, oh, you're probably not watching now. Actually, you're probably not watching now. Sorry. It's a stretch, but Christo Anaska is a Romanian version of Christ is born. Christo. So Christos Anesti, Christo, and Romanians have the same Christo. That is fascinating. And you're talking about Bran Castle. Never been, but I've heard it's not very. It's very. It's very not bad. Okay, I got you. Of course, there's going to be souvenirs, the shops all doing the Dracula stuff, vampire stuff, but I'm not going there for that. I just want to, I want to feel it. I want to walk into there and just feel it. You know, it's a very sad story, his life and his wife and what happened, and the kind of person he was, you know, put in the oh, what's the word? Soldiers. I call them soldiers, but the ones that were fighting the enemy, putting them on a stake, on a spear that's standing up and staking them. And of course, that's where the stake came from. Everything actually, it's quite funny because everything Valatepis, is that Valatepis? Everything about the story of Dracula, like the stake, actually was correct, but not in the way that we think of it. So yeah, I'd really like to go there. It's beautiful, Romania. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so Easter. Oh, candles. Here we go. So as I said before, these are so beautiful that I couldn't throw them away. So I have to throw some away because they were when you're there for a long time, your candle goes down. Now this is a painted one. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Do you have decorative candles in Romania? Did they have decorative candles? This one, oh bless her, my oldest daughter made for me one year. Of course, I'm not going to throw that away. It's lovely. We have, I collect frogs. I have been my collection of frogs from when I was about 10. Just 1 second. There you go, I'm back. So I've been collecting for years and I've just got so many frogs. And so when my husband saw this frog candle, so of course I'm not going to throw that away because I absolutely love frogs. There we go. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Okay, let's put that one there. So put them in here like a bouquet. This is a lace. This is one that my daughter saw and fell in love with. So she bought that for this year. Ladybird. Absolutely gorgeous. These are. How could you throw them away? They're so pretty. So they go away with all the Easter decorations and then they come up again. This one was for Alexia because, as I said, she's my beteluda, which is a butterfly. So I found a beautiful butterfly candle. Look at those. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Freeze dried. You know, freeze dried. It's like my bouquet is freeze dried. And this one, this is so pretty. I think this is one of my favorites, apart from the frog, of course. You have the ribbon, and then you have this beautiful, oh, what do you call wave? No, cross braid. There we go. And the picture is it olives? Yes, I think it's olives painted on. It's gorgeous. So yeah, these are so beautiful. I cannot throw them away. So they come out every Easter, and then of course each of my girls get a new candle Easter from their Gumbara, which is the godfather of the child. Now over here, again, I don't know if it's the same in Romania. Over in England, a godmother, because I don't think you have godfathers. I think it's more godmothers. Really doesn't do anything. They come to the church, they do the blessing or whatever. Over here, if you are a godfather, you pay for everything to do with the christening. You pay for the, excuse me, you pay for all the gifts for the child, and there are loads. You pay for the christening gown or suit if it's a boy. So you have a lot to pay out when you're a godfather, but your role is amazing because every birthday, Christmas, Easter, you need to come and get the candle for Easter to your godchild and give a present and come and see them that time if you haven't seen them before. They have to be really, really close. They have to be, after you become a godfather, you need to be really close to that family, because that child is your child in heaven. And that's what a godfather or godmother is. They are the ones that will be looking after your child when they go up. So it's a really big thing over here. And they have to give the candles out every Easter. So the girls get a new candle each sometime this week. So it's ready for, they don't use it on the first procession on the Friday. They use it on the next one, where I told you they have a really light, enjoyable music. And that's when they use their candle. No decorative candles from what I remember. That's a shame. Valid Tepes is a guy who Dracula was based off, from what I understand. His name's Valid, but he was Dracula, I think. Dracula's. I was just saying that I want to go to Transylvania. Yeah.